You're right. It would.
That's the trouble with Lucy.
But then it's indirectly, it's a me problem. I'm going to get the stick, aren't I? So
feign ignorance every time.
It
People
works,
representing themselves in court is my new favourite YouTube rabbit hole, by the way. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
For me, it's the Sovereign Citizen Brigade.
A lot of them are the same lot, aren't they?
Kind of, yeah, but all reading off the same script, thinking that I'm really clever here.
I've watched Perry Mason once.
And no, they haven't. That's the problem.
Yeah. They know who Perry Mason is. That's the extent of their knowledge.
But they go in and they'll say they refuse to acknowledge it's them, right? And so this was like for an initial hearing or whatever the first hearing is, the PCCs or whatever they call them, right? And so the guy goes in there and he goes, "I am the representative of the estate of whoever the person is," and the judges are going, "Well, are you this guy or not?" And he went, "I am the representative of the estate of so-and-so." And he went, "Well, if you're not him, this guy hasn't showed up. I'm going to put a warrant out for his arrest." And the guy goes, "Is that you?" And he went, "No, I'm the representative." You can see his eyes panicking. Like he's and so the judge goes, "Well, his failure to appear puts a bench warrant on this guy."
Yeah.
Right? And because they know it's him, he immediately gets arrested.
Some idiots. Absolute idiots.
Honestly, absolutely classic stuff. Yeah, so
pure
it turns out lawyers actually know the law. That's why they're quite handy.
But yeah, what you said about people representing themselves, there was a really high profile one. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. And it's your standard sort of, double homicide. He's there in his orange jumpsuit normally.
Ted Bundy one.
Yeah. But on the day that he's got to, give his evidence or do his questioning, he's in a, like when you have to get a swimsuit from the box in PE because you haven't brought yours and it's 4 sizes too small.
No, I made sure I turned up with mine.
Well, he turns up in this suit that's 6 times too big for him. He's got tattoos all over his face. And, he says some big words that you think are going to curry some favour. And then he gets responded to with the same sort of words and vocab. And he's like, "Oh, shit, this isn't going to go well here." Life, guilty.
I thought you were going to describe my cousin Vinny then, with Joe Pesci.
Well, yes. Well, at least he knew what he was doing, partially.
We were talking about Casino a few years ago. And mentioned like it was like Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci and that kind of thing. And a mate of mine just looking completely baffled. It turns out we're having this conversation. He got confused with Joe Pasquale. So he thought there's this Martin Scorsese film with Robert De Niro and Joe Pasquale.
Quite a casting faux pas.
It was cheap, that lad.
Weirdly, I would have watched that.
Review of last week's games.
I reckon we should skip Thursday night football this week.
On what counts?
Because the Steelers.
Well, yeah,
so the Bengals who don't have a defense
wasn't very good. To be fair, Jamar Chase was fucking amazing.
He was
in this game.
Good player, isn't he?
We've won 2 games that we didn't deserve, and we probably should have won this one and lost it. It's going to be that kind of season for us, I think. Again, we look all right on offense, but 3 turnovers to none. That's where we lost it. That's where you lose the game.
This was a
2-point game.
This was a game for the geriatric quarterbacks, really, wasn't it?
Showing I think their youngster, the Bengals had made all the difference. It was a bit more
the youngster.
Do you know, we laughed at Flacco going to the Bengals. Obviously they played the Packers last week. I think he got sacked twice last week. He only got sacked twice against Pittsburgh. That's not bad, is it? 4 sacks in 2 games.
Considering what we thought it was going to be like.
With their offensive line.
Now, is that because he just fucking shits himself and gets rid of the ball?
It kind of is as well, but also it's not getting rid of it. It's just like give it to Jamar Chase. It doesn't matter if he's down the field or not.
Yeah, exactly. He's giving receivers a chance.
So screen passes to Jamar Chase and then just go, right, let's see if anyone can stop him. And it turns out we couldn't.
Age 40.
I think the age thing was actually showing up our defense a bit because we've got a very old defense. And I think the short turnaround as well did not help them, because they start first quarter looked good, but then they just looked slower and slower and slower after that. You don't want to be a slow defense against Jamal Chase.
Absolutely not. Very, very true. I think this is Joe Flacco. It's like the on about sliding doors. Start of the season, Cleveland Brown go out and draft draft 2 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
The had Flacco there as well. And obviously, we know about Deshaun Watson
and Kenny Pickett.
And Kenny Pickett. We've got that an abundance of quarterbacks. So it was always going to be one of them going to go. I think minimum of one. So they got rid of Flacco, and I think your guy Tomlin said, "Who gets rid of Joe Flacco to a team in the same division?"
Yeah.
What sense does that make?
Well, none at all.
And improve them. Silly. But it's so far he's done all right for me as Flacco. Steadied the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's done okay. He's but I don't think he's gonna be Jamal Chase, as good as he is, doesn't have that form every week. That was good. That was a good week even for Jamal Chase.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I'm slightly more concerned with, I mean, obviously Thursday night game last week, so we lose a couple of days prep, but we've got a couple of days extra prep ahead of this week's game, and I think we fucking need them as well.
Yeah.
Just to rest some of those old bones we've got in our team. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, as much as I'm against us having Aaron Rodgers as quarterback, so I think it's one of the most negative signings we could have made. I did say he would be an improvement over what we had at quarterback, and he definitely has. His arm's still amazing. Some of those passes he was throwing, it's fucking brilliant. It's just that's all he can do now.
Well, what's your take on DK Metcalf at the Steelers now they're using him?
I have no issue with that.
Okay.
I was concerned when we got him that we weren't going to get him the ball enough, but most of our big offensive plays coming through him, and we don't have that many big offensive plays. But when we do, it's normally because they've gone to DK Metcalf. Whether we'll have someone, he signed a 5-year contract.
No, he signed a big one. He did.
Who's going to be thrown to him next year? Anyway, enough of Pittsburgh humiliating themselves. They are still top of their division, so. The worst. There's always a worse division in football, and it's ours this year, isn't it?
I don't know actually. I think we're trying to catch up on that, our division.
Okay. The final London game this year was an absolute blowout. Rams 35, Jags 7. They absolutely battered them in this game. Did. Good week to have Matt Stafford as your fantasy quarterback. Edgy looking away like I wasn't playing him this week.
Sorry, I wasn't listening. What was the question?
Doesn't matter.
Oh. And so fucking Caleb Williams.
My mate went to this. So he's come to, this is what he says about the game, sums it up. Okay. So I goes, well, that was one side, weren't it? He said, I can't grumble. It was a decent weekend. I said, oh, really? I thought that was a one-sided game. Oh, yeah, let's forget about the game.
In the pissing rain.
Yeah, he goes, let's forget about the game. It was £266 each, not including the £16 paid for the hot dog and drink, plus breakfast and an evening meal courtesy of Gregg's and Slim Chickens. Made decent time travelling back. Took about 4.5 hours. Said, all right, so it was a good weekend. Yeah, room was £64. Parking for £14.50.
Fucking hell,
I said, no, yeah, what about the game? What about the game? He said, oh, yeah, let's not talk about the game. No,
for the same price, he could have had a week's all-inclusive.
Moan about the price. That's why. Don't talk about the game. We'll moan about the north.
Yeah, exactly.
Edgy. You know why I always take the corporate offers when they come in? That's why I
know, yeah. Fucking hell, definitely.
But yeah, the Jags are an odd team.
Yeah, they did not. What's their record at the moment?
False.
They're 4-2. I think
definitely false.
Yeah, so profit.
They were 4-1. They did not look like a 4-1 team. Well, they were both 4-1, weren't they? No, 3-2.
Yeah, they're both 4-2 now. So
yeah. But if you had to sort of say which one of those two teams going into that game was a 4-1 team, it was not the Jags. They were just poor.
We did get the first decent stats of the season from Travis Hunter, albeit when the game was already they were 28-0 down.
I hate that cunt. I really do.
So, what do we think about these two teams going forward? Then, do we? I think the Rams are good. I've said I think the Rams are good since our
Rams
prediction episode.
Team, aren't they?
And the two they lost, they shouldn't have lost. I think we should be looking at a 6-0 Rams team at the moment.
Decent team,
and that's without their best receiver, arguably the league's best receiver this year.
Yeah, absolutely that.
Bye week's going to come in time just for him, I think. He's off this week and then probably to return the week after. So, in terms of impact, missing that one game, they obviously didn't miss him because it was, Jags were wank. But
7 sacks he had. 7 sacks, which he had more. 7 sacks for Lawrence, 5 touchdowns for Stafford.
4-3 Carolina Panthers, 13 New York Jets 6. Blimey.
This was shit.
Panthers have won 3 in a row and they have a winning record. I've never been so sure they were going to win a game in a long time.
Yeah. It was good to see the red tampon coming on and getting a sack. But I
literally brought him on so he could get sacked. That was it. Just a bit of tradition.
Just get sacked. But he controlled it all right when he came on. Bryce Young, I think, went off injured, didn't he?
He did.
I think concussion protocol, I think.
Yeah, I saw him going down tunnel. Xavier Legit, he had a good game.
What's his name?
Xavier Legit.
Leggett. Nearly 100 yards and a touchdown. Good to see Ricky Dowdle getting under 100 or 200 yards in this game. Getting annoying.
Back under your rock, Dowdle.
Yeah, go on.
There's an update on Bryce Young. So it wasn't a concussion, it was a high ankle sprain.
Oh, is it? How high? In his head?
I don't know. Doesn't say.
In that case, he just looks dizzy.
According to head coach Dave Canales, the Panthers are looking to add quarterback depth this week.
Oh.
Starting QB Bryce Young suffered a high ankle sprain on Sunday's win over the Jets. It was veteran backup Andy Dalton who closed out the game. With Young expected to miss some time, Dalton's in line to get the start when the Panthers host the Bills. Everybody get on the Bills defense. Thank you.
Can I be the only one saying, give Jameis a call?
Yeah.
Well, how old do you think Andy Dalton is?
76.
Oh, do you know you're almost there? Actually, is a plucky youngster.
Is he younger than
Flacco? I think he's 38.
It's 37. So you're almost right. Yeah. So he's a plucky youngster. You think of, like Edgy was just saying, you think how many old quarterbacks are still playing? Like Dalton's coming. He's not fresh faced, is he anymore? He's just a perennial backup. I think he's played every season as a backup. And you think if you're starting QB at that franchise, you think shit, I'm going to get injured.
They call him the Red Perennial. That's his nickname.
Perennial. That was his. Oh,
what?
No, it's okay.
It sounds like you just seen a picture of Andy Dalton with his trousers down there.
Or on.
Just Johnson stole them.
Well, this was his 12th game for Carolina and his 6th start. And so far, I think he's played all right. What's he thrown here? He's only had 6 interceptions from 10 touchdowns. But last year,
I thought you were going to say from 10 passes. Then I was going to say not bad.
He's doing all right, his lad. He'll be at your place next year. Andy Dalton starts for the Steelers.
I mean, if you gave me the choice, Andy Dalton or Mason Rudolph, I wouldn't be calling for Mason Rudolph to be in, would I?
But he's all right though, Mason Rudolph. But he's good around Christmas time, isn't he?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, do you know if he weren't a first-year coach, Sharon Glenn would be out of there by now.
Let me just see. When is the Jets bye week?
Well, every week's a bye week because they've not turned up yet.
After next game is their bye week. I'm not saying he's definitely going to be fired if they lose the next game. But if you're going to get rid of him mid-season,
now's the time to do it.
yeah. Arguably the worst team of last week, Miami Dolphins 6, Cleveland Browns 31. Were they worse than the Jets last week? It wasn't a lot in it. It was quite a close run thing. The Dolphins are now 1-6. I was so sure this would be the last straw for the Dolphins and Mike McDaniels would go, but apparently he's still there.
Well, it's got the.
Unless we get some breaking news during this show.
No, we've got the. He's been given the vote of confidence, haven't he, after the loss against the Browns? So that means he'll be out next week.
No, the only breaking news I've got, or the last one, is Mike Evans' clavicle is expected to miss most of the season.
That's a shame. That's his streak gone.
It is, yeah, it is a shame. Name mind.
Right. Now, the Cleveland Browns hadn't scored more than 17 points in a game all season. I think they'd scored 17 points in the first quarter here, or certainly very early on.
I don't know. Talk about this game. It was fucking terrible.
What have the Dolphins got to look forward to the rest of the season?
Death.
I'm looking at the team. I'm looking at the team, and I said earlier, just before you came on, Edgy, for the Dolphins, rumours has it they're going to just fire sale. And I'm looking at people that could go, well, that's what I'm looking at. So, Air Chain, yeah. You've got
Waddle.
Maybe.
Waddle, yeah. Aaron Waller.
Robinson. He was suited up, wasn't he? But he didn't come on, I don't think.
He got injured a couple of weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, but he come back last week.
Yeah, I think he's been struggling. He's been in and out for the last few weeks because I think he's got some like niggling injury.
Yeah, and I look at him and I think, well, who else have you got who you could get rid of? And I'm looking at the team now, and it's not good. It's not good at all. So you think, where's their draft gone and trades gone?
They traded it last summer they traded their defense last summer. They brought Minka in.
Yes.
Who hasn't been very good.
Mm-hmm.
He's continuing from his second half of last season. So that might be a plus for the Steelers trading there. That we got two players one's done really well and one's done okay so far for someone who's done badly. So that's a good trade. But this, like, even long term, look at the Dolphins. You go, well, who's their player who's, encouraging, and maybe in a year or two there'll be a star. There isn't one.
There's not. You've got Tua there who's another one who's terrible. He's gone so much downhill. Then you've got the old typewriter to come in, who came in 5 for 8, got sacked twice as well. Almost a full keyboard top left rower, QWERTY, but it's called Q Ewers. If you just take that S out and put the T in, it could have been called QWERT. Anyway.
We had, when we did our quarterbacks, we had Tua at number 23. He wouldn't be that high.
It's worse than that. It wouldn't. It's way worse than that now. But he's got no one to talk
at the moment.
Tyreek. What's wrong with him again?
He's out for the season.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
He is, something, nothing.
At the moment, we all had Spencer Rattler last. Yeah. You'd have Spencer Rattler over Tua at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely would.
Patriots 31, Titans 13. This was looking quite tight for a while, this game, but the Patriots just ran away with it in the end. But Patriots look good. They're 5-2 at the moment and topping the AFC East.
And Drake May looking very, very good.
Superstar, isn't he?
Yeah. They did say, coming out of college, you had Caleb Williams. Obviously, they said that he was a generational talent and everything. And maybe in time he might do it, but so far it's not. Jaden Daniels was ready to go there and then, but the ceiling not as high. And Drake May, because we toyed between Jaden Daniels and Drake May for a long time, so it seemed, but we ended up with Daniels. But they always said Drake May had a higher ceiling. And I think maybe he does. Maybe he does. I think Drake May will be...
The jump he's made in
one phenomenal.
Year. Yeah.
I think when he first got put in, was it arse end of last season? Well, I don't know how many games he played.
Halfway through, I think.
Yeah, I think he might be right. Yeah. And I think we said at the time, give him the chance because they were poor. Let's face it. Who was the quarterback before? Who did he replace?
Did they have Jacoby
Mac
Brissett?
Jones. Oh, it was Jacoby. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Start of last season, I think he was there to essentially he was there to get sacked a lot until they stopped playing all the teams with good defenses.
But yeah, I think when he came in, we sort of had him earmarked. He showed a lot of potential. He seemed to lift the game a bit, and I think when you come into that second season, it's either you revert back to form or you take the next step, and he's definitely taken the next.
Yeah, I rate this guy. I do, but I always did. Always did.
I think it's concerning for the AFC that you've got the Patriots with a second-year quarterback who's already showing that he's going to be good, and he's now been teamed up with a coach who, and I think the Patriots could. I think they'll be in with a shout of the playoffs because the AFC is very weird this season. But long term, I think things are looking very good for the Patriots.
I'm not getting carried away with the Patriots just yet. I think obviously massively improved on last season with the head coach, massive improvement. Drake May's 1 year wiser. And I'm just looking at the schedule.
They've already got more wins.
Yeah, but they played the Raiders and won by 7. Then they played the Dolphins, won by 6. They lost to you, 21-14, but then they beat the Panthers. Then a good win, they beat the Bills. They beat the Saints, only by 6. Then they beat the Titans, who were shockingly poor. So the schedule, apart from looking there at the Steelers,
but the Bills is a great win, though.
Yeah, it's massive.
That's a really good win for them. Yeah,
absolutely.
Saints 14, Bears 26. Bears have won 4 in a row.
Sneaking into
for the first time, I think it was in 7 years.
Well, they won 4 in a row.
Daz is disgusted by that, and he's storming off.
Yeah, that's first time in 7 years they've won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
Let's look at
and also that time was the last 4 games of the season, and they didn't really have anything to play for. So,
just looking back at who they've actually beaten. So obviously New Orleans, not the best team. Washington didn't have any
not the best team,
and also not the best team. The Bears, who did they play? That was a bye week.
The Raiders.
Again, I'd have a go at beating the Raiders. And then the one before that was
Dallas
Cowboys. Again.
Yeah, so basically they've beaten some shit.
Yeah.
Four shit teams in a row.
The difference is last year they probably would have won 2, lost 2 there. So, maybe they're going in the right direction. Momentum's a huge thing in the sport, isn't it?
Yeah. I think last year they won 5. I think they were 5-12 last year. Admittedly in a division where everyone else won shitloads of games. But I said they'd probably win about 5 this season, but look better. Not only do they look better, they're definitely going to win more than 5 games this season.
Yep. Yeah, they started off really well. Or it's probably fair to say New Orleans started off really bad. In fact, both teams started off pretty poorly. I think there was a couple of fumbles from Williams.
I get the feeling this was just one of those ropey games. It's kind of like they go back to it every so often, and you kind of every time you go back, you forget what's already happened in it.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's Philadelphia Eagles 28, Minnesota Vikings 22. The Vikings have gone down to 3-3, and the Eagles kind of needed that win, didn't they?
It wasn't convincing, though. Still wasn't convincing.
They were hanging around the Vikings in the second half, weren't they?
Could have caused an upset there. Oh, would it have been an upset? Yeah, I would say it would be an upset.
Yeah, it would have done.
I remember, did Barkley go off injured? Did I remember that right? Might have dreamt that.
I think I'm going to put something out there. Everyone goes on about Patrick Surtain being a good corner. And he's a good corner. Jalen Ramsey.
I always go on about that, to be honest.
Yeah, and Patrick and Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, I think he's okay. Sauce Gardner, good.
Best.
He is. Sauce Gardner, I think, a decent cornerback. I do like, and I hate to say it, Cooper DeJean. I think he's a decent corner.
He's really good.
He is. He he has
He was in the
everything.
QBS team of the year, so he must be
Last year, yeah.
right?
Yeah, he seems to be on every play. He seems to break up a lot. I do like.
One of the
I do like him.
if it hadn't been for Jared Verse last year, I think he probably would have got Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Jared Verse, who not seen him yet.
Well, the Jags offense saw a lot of him last week.
But yeah, I do like Cooper DeJean. I think is a good player.
Yeah,
I
he was the team. Sertain and him were our corners.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is playing quite well, which is frustrating.
He's remembered to pass. They're passing again.
But they are, which then takes away from Barkley, only 44 yards, averaging 2.4.
They had that fucking throwing the toys out of the pram from Brown and Smith. And then both of them were over 100 yards this year, weren't they? This week.
Indianapolis Colts 38, LA Chargers 24.
Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding.
It's the JT show, everyone.
The bells, they're out, aren't they? That's it. I think the Chargers are now gone. I don't think they're going to come back from this.
I don't either. They've lost too many important players. I mean, you got to admire their fighting spirit in the second half, but they were very plucky. Yeah. But the Colts pretty much should have won this a lot earlier than they did, to be honest. But they came out on absolutely firing in this game. But the Chargers deserve to lose because their kit was fucking horrible.
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
What you playing contrast like for a little bit.
Yeah, worse.
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, the teams this year have had the worst kits. There's obviously that Saints one from a few weeks ago, and Chargers, and they've lost, and they deserve to lose just because of their kit. When we wear our throwback uniform and we lose, which we generally do when we wear it, we'll have deserved it because that's a horrible kit as well.
Shit, is that the Bumblebee one?
Yeah, but it's fucking horrible.
Johnny Herbert, though, 55 attempts in this game. Completed 37, 420 yards, 3 touchdowns.
It's almost like their star running backs out, isn't it?
It really is. He's even run it 6 times for 31 yards as well.
Yeah. He was fucking running away. That's what he was doing.
It was. Sacked only 3 times. It could have been so much more. Big days for the tight end Gadsden, 164 yards and 7 touchdown. Allen as well. He didn't go away, does he? Keenan Allen, 11 receptions, 119, 1 touchdown. Lad McConkey seems to just have steady games rather than spectacular games so far this season. Will Disley, who I used to rate as a good tight end, doesn't really seem to be touching that ball anymore.
No, but then he's got like 1 second to get the ball out.
Yeah, true. He's just had 100 games so far this season as the lad McConkey, and that was against the Dolphins, where they beat them 29-27, where he literally got a touchdown, 100 yards, 7 receptions.
I'd fancy my chances to get 50 yards against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
so we think Chargers are screwed. Colts are going to win their division, aren't they? Because it's not a strong division anyway.
Daniel Jones is unspectacular, but's doing what he needs to do.
When the second place in their division is the Jacksonville Jaguars, the answer to that question is a resounding yes.
Yeah, and we've already decided their CAC.
Yeah.
Game of the week, arguably game of the season. New York Giants 32, Denver Broncos 33. I thought the early window this week was mostly shit. Thank God for the late window, and particularly this game. Everything was happening in the second half of this game. And I feel bad for the Giants. I know Daz doesn't feel bad for the Giants. No. But the Giants had played so well the week before and so well for 3 quarters of this game.
Yep.
What was it? They were 19...
19-point swing in the last 6 minutes, I think it was.
It's just ridiculous. But it's just the way that it all panned out. Because I don't think... It wasn't really fair that either team lost, I don't think. It's probably more harsh that the Giants lost because, they'd had that lead. But that fourth quarter took about sort of lights-out football. That was the very definition of it.
I reckon the Giants did deserve to lose because their negative play calling in the fourth quarter. when they're just trying to, they'll go, right, we'll run the clock down, run the clock down,
yes,
run.
yeah,
And there's that. You're just encouraging the other team at that point.
Well,
Then
you
there's
give them a chance,
the turnover. Yeah, the Broncos reduce it to a 2-score game, and then the Giants immediately turn it over, and you go, they've brought this on themselves. They really have. But they still had to, Denver had to score 3 touchdowns, and they did. And also, they need to drive down the field in 30 seconds, and they did.
Yeah, it's just different gravy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Bo Nix, just as Edgy said earlier, just doing it when it might be Nuji, just when it mattered.
When it matters, yeah. I think he's got that in him. He's got that fourth quarter. We need. Think of Aaron Rodgers when he first came in, where you'd always go, Packers have got a chance because Aaron Rodgers has got a minute to drive 80 yards. And you go, yeah, he'll probably do this. Bo Nix is starting to get that kind of reputation.
Yeah, I think you're right. So far, 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. After 7 games, only 8 sacks.
He started the season really poorly, but he does seem to be just sort of pulling it right. Then last year, they seemed to be sort of free scoring. Well, towards the end of the season, they were really good on offense. This year, they seem to be just doing enough.
I think they're stuttering a bit at times. Denver.
Potentially, yeah.
They're not getting the balance right, really, because their defense is good some weeks and not as good other weeks. Their offense is good some weeks and not other weeks. It seems to be, all or nothing from them.
I just want to say
Nick Bonito as well. I want to say every week,
of course,
defensive player of the year,
possibly. If Lefty's still there, he said he's gone from NFL skeptic to NFL enthusiast. So now maybe the time where he's got to nail his mast to the pole.
Oh no, we need to get him on to do that. He needs to come on, and we'll do it live, and we'll get
to pick a team. You mean
pick a team? Yeah.
Didn't he pick the 49ers?
No, he was just saying teams out loud last year.
Yeah. So you've got to come on. He decided who your team is.
He decided he didn't like a particular team, and then he claimed he was going to support whoever they were playing.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
49ers wouldn't have been a bad shout, but yeah. You don't have to go through the rigmarole of buying a mystery shirt in a box.
No, I think you do.
Should do.
Yeah. All right, okay.
I
can recommend a link.
Lefty, what you have to do is buy a comically large shirt.
When it says family size.
Think of a fat American family.
Yeah.
You see, Edgy made the mistake of going for a marquee signing to actually buying a marquee.
Yeah, I know, yeah. 2XL in USA means fucking tent here.
Packers 27, Edges, Cardinals 23. Cardinals will look good for a big chunk of this game.
We were leading up until
fourth quarter,
midway through the fourth. Yeah, and it was I hadn't realised there was a stat which said we're the only team that every game this season has been within one score, and it now they said that it sort of feels that way. If anything, I was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't a complete shellacking, but Parsons just a difference at the end, just different gravy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's looking sharp as well, which is worrying for pretty much anyone who's going to be playing against him.
Yeah,
he came into the season with no preseason. He had that back injury, and now he just seems up to full speed. But I think Green Bay still have issues on offense. They still haven't.
Yeah, they weren't electric.
They haven't found their feet, I don't think, in offense this season. I know they've missed a few players on a few weapons, wide receivers, that kind of thing. But there's not enough there for them to be as favoured as they are based on their offense.
No. Josh Jacobs is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's always going to do well. I mean, their receiving core, we've said this a lot, they're not superstars. They didn't have to do much really this week against us, but I don't know. They're going to be up there. They're going to be there or thereabouts. Are they going to win the Super Bowl? Probably not.
You keep saying that they're a young team and everything, and they are-ish. But I just don't see a spark coming out of Green Bay. Yeah, they've got Parsons and they'll look after themselves defensively, but like G said there, offensively, Love's not really standing out for me yet. Josh Jacobs is okay. He has his games. But then I look at the wide receivers and they
Who'd
don't
be your
excite
wide
me, to be
receiver
fair.
one at Green Bay?
Oh, that's a good shout. At the
I
moment, I
like
think
that
it's
Golden
So
Yeah.
do I. So do I.
but I don't think he is. I think
Dobbs.
Dubes or whatever at this moment in time.
He's more of a slot for me. He's always open for the deep ball, but
Yeah.
you wouldn't
But
fancy him.
it's not a strong bunch, is it? Of
No,
wide
really
receivers?
not. No.
And as you can see, he throws to his tight ends quite a lot. He had 10 targets to Kraft. He
He's good.
pulled him
I like him a
5.
lot.
Yeah, another one went to Fitzpatrick. Targeted ones caught that. So I do like the tight end.
Okay, we're going to have to talk about it, Daz. Washington Commanders 22, the other team 44.
Oh shit! Did we play this week? I thought we were on his bye.
Barely. What's happened to Daniels? What's the news on him?
Okay. So the news is he's been for an MRI scan. It's nothing overly serious. It's hamstring. Hamstrings usually take a good 4 weeks to get back from minimum.
Particularly if you move fast like he does.
Yeah, exactly. This is what will be interesting to see Lamar Jackson when he comes back for the Ravens after he's been out with his hamstring. So we were. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was actually thinking of a stronger word than that. And it was a case
Fucking
of.
shit.
Ruddy
play that-
terrible.
Play that voice message from Charlotte again.
So I watched this game till the injury of Jen Daniels, and it looked bad. So thankfully, it's not a bad injury. They're going to leave his game designation till nearer the week. We're only going to Kansas City, so no point playing him and risking him.
Yeah, Monday night game.
Yeah.
Well done, schedulers.
Yeah. So we had Dorrance Armstrong at our defensive line, and he was injured and brought him back 1 week, 2 weeks too early. Now he's gone. He's out for season. So we've lost 3 of the 4 linemen, defensive linemen. Just looking through the names who we've got left, it's like Preston Smith, who we drafted back in 2015. We've got Von Miller, who comes on with his Zimmer frame.
Who won't last the season himself.
No, we are down to the bare bones. But as Dan Quinn rightly said, it wasn't injuries that cost us. It was just the pure application. We dropped balls, which were easy catches. One thing I didn't like, and I'm glad it didn't pan out that way.
But all right, so Dallas won.
Yeah.
Atlanta Falcons 10, San Francisco 49ers 20. 49ers with all their injury problems, 5-2. You got to say fair play.
Mac
Absolutely.
Jones, fair play.
Yeah. I thought Brock Purdy away.
This week, I think. I think he
Is
could
it
be back
back?
this week.
Okay, interesting one.
Has Mac Jones been super good in order to take over? I don't think he has. I think he needed a little bit more in those games to make it his own position.
Poor game, well, comparatively poor game this week.
Kittle back?
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Definitely.
Great to see. No, he came back this week.
Oh, did he actually?
Is he back? Oh, fair play.
Yeah, you can tell because McCaffrey had a great game because Kittle is the best blocking tight end ever.
No, he's not.
No certainty that Brock
He's up there.
returns in week 8.
He loves blocking. He just loves the game.
Yeah, he does. And he's I think he was only targeted once or twice all game. So he was essentially just in as a blocker as well. McCaffrey had a great game. Falcons, I don't know. I was expecting more from the Falcons after the way they played against Buffalo the week before. But they never really got it going. 49ers are tough, but you're playing against most of their reserves. Or a big chunk of them.
All credit to them, though, to be fair. How they keep rolling like last 2 seasons. I haven't said they've surrendered or give up. It's almost like they've become used to it now, aren't they? They're going to lose players. They're going to lose inspirational players.
Do you reckon they've traded for it? Like they have got rid of a few players. I'd say like Debo's gone, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do you think the way that they've looked after their roster is to go, well, we're going to get loads of injuries because we're the 49ers. Let's have better backups. Maybe, is there some shrewd thinking?
Did the old Colander get on the pitch today, this week? No.
What are you on about?
The Colander, Ricky
Ricky
Pearsall.
Pearsall.
Oh, right. I don't think he's back yet either.
No.
No, he's definitely out.
I mean, I reckon one more injury at wide receiver, they're going to give Jerry Rice a call. He's in loads of ads and stuff like that. He doesn't look that out of shape. It's not like he's gone full Alan Brazil on retirement. He could do a decent job.
I'll tell you what, wouldn't it be funny if they got Alan Brazil on that shitty soccer aid? Just
I don't know.
come on for the last 5 minutes.
I don't know. Can you imagine him as like a left guard or something? Fucking hell, he's gonna.
Not if he has to move. No,
it's a long way around Alan Brazil. I always think of that thing on Twitter where there's a picture of Alan Brazil looking like the world's unhealthiest man, and the guy who's comment is like, Alan Brazil's going to be the first person to die from what doctors call just exploding.
It does seem to get bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't he?
I remember when Danny Baker used to his football phone with Danny Kelly, they were doing a talk about players who'd let themselves go after retiring, and this guy phoned in. That's what Alan Brazil was like on the radio, so I think people still knew of him but didn't know how big he'd got. And this guy called in. He goes, talking about the players who let themselves go after retiring. He goes, I want to put Alan Brazil forward. And they're going, right, how much do you reckon he weighs? And he went, it's got to be 40 stone. Two minutes later, Alan Brazil calls in.
Who's he kicking off?
Listen, he went, well, I'm 18 stone. What are they on about? I went,
it's just his head. That's 18 stone.
You're not 18 stone, Al.
No, he's not.
Okay, on to Monday Night Football. Tampa Bay Bucks 9, Detroit Lions 24. The Lions' defense in this was superb in this game. They've kind of patched up a bit, well, a lot. They haven't got any safeties or corners, and they're up against one of the most informed offenses in football. Fair play. I was kind of expecting this to be more of a shootout, but the way they shut down the Bucks was impressive, and obviously Jahmyr Gibbs, fucking top performance from him. Goff was weird. Goff was weirdly bad in this game, but every time he has a bad game, they seem to win.
I think the Bucks have been well documented. They've got obviously their own injury problems with him getting in receiver, and I think for the last couple of weeks they've got away with it. They've been able to just find the right people at the right time, but they came up against Lions too strong. Just you're not going to blag your way.
Well, they started with Mike Evans and Egbuka in the team.
Yeah.
So, and obviously, Carl Pitts is actually having one of his best seasons. So they still had some weapons, but it was, Detroit were just shutting everything down. They were so fast on defense; it was superb.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it, for the Lions that they're a team, Lions, who can beat anyone. But on the day they can get beat with anyone at this moment, I feel. But they're going to be one of the better teams in NFL. I think they're a top maybe 4 team, maybe 3 team.
I said this last year. I think they'll go to the championship game, but then it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think they'll do it this year.
I like watching the Lions. Out of teams I like watching Lions on both sides of the ball. I think they're a very good team to watch. I like watching the Bucks as well.
Do it for Irv's dog.
They say that, he did predict this one, right? Irv's dog. Both those teams now on 5-2 though. So, I think both will be in the postseason.
I'm just so we brought up earlier. Mike Evans probably gone for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
shame that.
Yeah, 32. Is he coming back for him? I don't know.
He's already lost a lot of his speed, hasn't he? Could he do a kind of like Keenan Allen sort of thing though, where he's still going to be a reliable receiver?
Safe hands,
when his pace goes.
Yeah, safe hands.
Well, get well soon, Mike Evans, because we all like Mike Evans.
Yeah, we do.
And the last game of the week was, I did like it, Monday Night Football, where you got one East Coast, one West Coast game, and it was staggered kickoff, so you can watch both games. Houston Texans 19, Seattle Seahawks 27. This was mostly a bad game.
Texans are shocking, aren't they?
to be fair to the Texans, they are missing a lot of people on offense, and their offense, it's showing. But also there is some incredibly bad play calling going on. They had no running game going, and yet they would consistently go for runs on like 3rd and short. And every time it was just being shut down, before the line of scrimmage, every single time. And they didn't learn that what they were doing in the first and second quarter, they were still doing in the second half.
That sounds like Cliff Kingsbury over there as well doing their game.
It was very similar. Congratulations to the Seahawks though on having the worst play of the season, which was a trick play with the handoff to Cooper Kupp, thinking it's going to be a sweep.
That's right. Yeah,
he throws it.
Yeah.
To JSSSSN, and it's picked off easily. And I think it was the biggest play of the game for the Texans in terms of getting them down the field. It was such a bad play.
That was poor, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was so bad.
It's like they never even rehearsed it or anything.
The trick bit wasn't there because as soon as he got the ball, you could see him going right. Oh, we're going to throw it.
There were no disguise at all, was there?
Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette.
Rookies. Everyone looks really excited.
We're
going to do the offense first.
Well, to be fair, my guy actually contributed.
He really did. He really did. Unusual. I saw that.
He had four.
Hang on a second. We do have tradition here where we have to say Jordan James didn't play. Right, off you go.
Yeah, I thought that was obvious. So I moved on. Yeah. So, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. What about your player?
Yeah, he's
really a fumbling fool. That's what he is.
He had 4 receptions for 42 yards.
Good on him. Sounds like a good day at the office.
That's very good.
Yeah, longest of 27.
Kyle Williams, Patriots, had 1 target, no receptions. And again, his byline says, Kyle Williams progressing well, on the verge of more opportunities.
Oh, wow. Again.
No.
So yet again, I don't think one of our offensive players is going to win this week.
No, not at all.
I can't even find my stats for my guy. They're not a buy again, are they? No.
And 2 buys in a row.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, it sounds exciting.
It does, doesn't it?
Hang on. Who did we play? The 49ers, wasn't it? That can't be right, surely.
Do you mean we? Falcons, not.
Well, you know what I mean. Oh no, that isn't right. Sorry, no, I've completely read that wrong. I was looking at
5 touchdowns.
No, I was looking at the stats for the last 5 games. I was thinking, hang on a minute. But normally it says what he did against the specific game. Maybe he didn't play.
All right, so unless Edgy suddenly realised this guy played and did nothing,
play. Yeah.
Which seems to be the option here. Jihad Campbell, Philadelphia Eagles linebacker. Quiet week, 3-3. So 6 in total. 6. No interceptions, no forced fumbles.
3-3, eh? Well, my guy, Corey Schweinsteiger, like I said, we all know he's a decent player. He had 6 tackles, 3 solo, but 1 mighty tackle for a loss.
I didn't even check those. I don't think it comes up.
Well, when you like searching for something, you've got to pick something like that.
Yeah, my dude did not play. He was officially ruled out. So
I think he was ruled out with gout. I think.
King, right? So I wasn't listening to either of you, but I'm gonna say that Greggles won.
So to be honest, we've won 1 each where the other person should have won now. So.
Next week's predictions.
Last week, the plebs got 9. The Gregs got 11.
Oof.
The Edges got 11.
Ooh.
The Daz got 12.
Hey.
It was on that last game where I went for the one that Daz didn't, and that made the difference. So at the moment, the scores are Daz has 71, I have 70, Edgy has 66, the plebs have 68. So you've reined them in.
Yeah,
Well done.
Edgy.
Well
hold it
done.
back a bit.
You're the man.
Can't believe I went for the fucking Dolphins. Got to go
Well,
for
to be
these.
fair, we went for the Browns. So
Yeah.
which way would you
yeah,
look at it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Got to find
Okay.
these ones to go different though somewhere.
Yeah, you'll find them. Thursday night football, Minnesota Vikings at LA Chargers. Daz, you're leading.
I get to go first. Oh, Chargers we think have done, which we said earlier.
Yeah, too many players, I think.
Yeah, I do know they're getting into this streak now where they're losing too many games and it's hard to come back from that. So I want to say not the Chargers.
Let's go to the Vikings. I'm going to the Vikings. Chargers are 4-3 still, but they've lost 3 of the last 4.
Yeah,
and they're running out of players. It's the biggest
very
problem.
quick as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
Vikings for me.
And our guest pleb has gone for the Chargers.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Someone hasn't been paying attention. Or maybe
I'm
they know
looking
something
at-
we don't.
I'm just
Maybe
looking at
they
the
are.
next pick here. I think I'm on for getting level with them.
Okay. Bills at Panthers. You've got the form team at home for the Bills.
yeah.
A few weeks ago, you wouldn't even consider this, would you?
And I'm
But
still
tell
not.
me you're still considering it. No, don't be silly.
No, it's got to be on it straight away. Bills for me.
Yeah, I'm still going for the Bills. It's just I thought about it for a second first,
Did you? Did you really think about that?
which I wouldn't have done. Literally 1 second. Yeah.
I'm not even giving it that, Bills. I can't believe plebs have gone for the Panthers.
3 in a row. 3 in a row. For all we know, the plebs tossed a coin for every game. We don't know.
We don't.
We don't know how they decide. We don't ask.
You mean that's not how we do
Don't
it?
ask, don't tell. That's our policy. We have the 4 wins in a row, Chicago Bears, at the, is it 5 defeats in a row? 4 defeats in a row? Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar, I'm not sure about his status.
Still not training.
Yes.
As we record on Tuesday, he still hasn't been training.
And it's his hamstring, like we said, so that'll affect his mobility movements. I'm actually going to go for the Chicago Bears.
I'm thinking that the Bears winning 4 in a row was incredibly unlikely. Them winning 5 in a row seems almost impossible. The Ravens, if Jackson is back in Baltimore, okay, I'll go for the Ravens. If I'm wrong, at least the Ravens have lost.
Okay. I was hoping you were going to go bad because then I was going to sweep in with the Ravens. I'm going to go with the gamble and say that he is fit, and I'm going to go with the Ravens.
We have got, someone has put these in the wrong way around. Hang on a second. I nearly said the Browns haven't won 5 games
this century.
Cleveland Browns at New England Patriots. So we've got 2 and 5 Browns at the 5 and 2 Patriots. The plebs have got the Patriots.
I agree with them.
I also agree with them. Browns have got all 3 scoring after that, but they're not playing Miami this week, are they?
Yeah.
So I'm going Pats as well.
They'll look onto their heads.
I'm not confident of this being one I need to take on, so I think I'll stick with the Patriots.
Yeah, clean sweep. The first of the week.
Yeah.
Feels wrong,
All
doesn't
going
it?
for the
Patriots and
Yeah, but last
Yeah,
week looked wrong with the Panthers across the board, didn't it?
yeah.
Do you think the Patriots are more like now than they were under Brady? That people like them more? The answer to that is yes, but
Well, the problem with that era is they're always going to have these cheating allegations against them. Other like the Deflate Gate and the filming signals and all this sort of stuff. And that's before you get into the personalities of Belichick and Brady.
Brady killed you and Kraft.
Yeah. Although most owners are bellends, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are.
Miami Dolphins at Atlanta Falcons. 1-6 Dolphins, 3-3 Falcons.
And now the end is near.
Which is
So I
fucking isn't. We've got
face the
most things to do.
final curtain. This is where the Miami Dolphins part way with their head coach. I'm going to go for Falcons win.
Do you think this is the game
Falcons-
that spells it?
They're hit or miss. They're hit or miss at the moment. When they hit, like against Buffalo, you go, fucking hell, this is potentially a really good team. And then they don't turn up again. So week in, week out, this should be a week in, and they will batter Miami.
Yeah, I also have to go with the pair of you. Can't go with Miami. Of all the crap teams in the NFL, they're right up there or down there, however you want to put it.
I'd go with down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this one's come back around quickly. Giants at Eagles. 2 weeks after the Giants beat the Eagles in New York. Payback time, maybe? The plebs have gone for the Eagles.
I'm going to go with Eagles as well. That's a massive loss last week against Broncos.
It is.
It's a killer, that.
And so playing so well for so long in that game,
Yeah.
it's going to be a kick in the teeth.
Yeah, massive.
So morale-wise, I think they might have taken a bit of a dent after undone some good work. I'm going for the Eagles.
But you can't, in your right mind, go for the Giants over the Eagles, can you?
No.
And there's nothing that I can see.
Well, this is where we find out if you're in your right mind or not.
This is true. But there's nothing I can see that would suggest that there's going to be a repeat. So, Eagles.
Okay. New York Jets losing to Cincinnati Bengals. No spoilers. I'm going Bengals. The plebs have gone Bengals.
Bengals.
Dad's gone Bengals. I've gone Bengals.
Isn't an interesting one? 2 beaten up teams. 49ers at Texans. Texans making their first appearance of the week.
Yeah, I think 49ers have got that knowledge now to play with men out or Niners for me.
Yeah, I'll go for Niners as well. They're going to be another week of extra practice for George Kittle.
But
so
interesting who starts at quarterback.
I think it'll be Purdy if he's fit, regardless. And I think that'll bring Kittle more into the game. So he'll be their go-to third down guy again.
49ers.
Okay. Tampa Bay Bucks at New Orleans Saints. I reckon we might all agree on this one.
Yeah, Bucks for me.
Yeah, it's got to be. Like I said, I'm still shocked Saints have got a win, but I reckon like all weeks they'll battle along and they'll lose by 2 scores. Dallas Cowboys, America's anus, as they're known, against the Denver Broncos. We've got 3-3-1 against 5-2 in Denver. It's going to be quite interesting, this, because Dallas's offense is good. Broncos' defense on its day is one of the best.
His comics there is good.
I mean, by that token, if Broncos can shut down the Dallas offense,
Broncos score points against the defense.
Yeah, Broncos have got more on offense than Dallas have on defense, because it is like a knife through butter at times. Quite
and also, I mean, got to be a really bad team not to put up 30 points against that Dallas defense.
So although we have to go for the Broncos,
we don't have to. It's just coincidental that we always go.
Yeah.
And it's coincidental that I've already put the Broncos down for all of us.
There we go.
Yeah,
I'll go with the Broncos.
This is the way it goes. Yeah, I know you will. If Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones, he could lose at home to the Tennessee Titans. Titans at Colts.
It's not Kyler Murray. Come on. Colts, please.
It's got you can't look back. They've got the best offensive player in football at the moment. And he will have fun against Taylor. He will have fun against the Titans defense. Packers at Steelers. Prime time Sunday night. If it's prime time Sunday night and the Steelers are playing, that means we're playing a really popular famous team.
Yeah, Packers for me.
What?
Why?
It's better.
I mean, I'm not disputing it.
How dare you?
Keep it nice and simple, just better. But
Yeah,
good.
but is Aaron Rodgers going to go, right, come on then, Packers, I can show you.
He might do, but I still don't think it'd be enough.
Yeah, and also it'd be quite weird because our offense has been playing all right, their defense has been playing all right, but their offense and our defense haven't been particularly good. So taking all that into account, I'll go for the Steelers. Has there ever been a week on this where I haven't gone for the Steelers? There's been plenty of weeks where I haven't believed we win, but I've gone for us anyway. This might be one of those. Edgy, Packers or Steelers?
I know, I can't.
Bengals.
Can't make my mind.
It's one of them two.
It's definitely one of them two. Yeah, thanks.
They're not the Texans.
Don't go throwing the Texans into the mix.
I mean, it should be the Packers. I just can't help but feel that Rodgers just going to pull something.
If Rodgers beats the Packers, you'll never hear the end.
No, I know. I'm going to go with the Packers.
Yeah, Packers are a much better team than we are.
Yeah.
You'd have to be incredibly biased to go for the Steelers in that game.
Which is lucky.
Yeah, I am that soldier. Monday Night Football. I think this might be a bit of a washout, but Washington at Kansas City. Kansas City refound their mojo recent weeks. Washington arguably lost theirs.
Correct. Even I can't go for Commanders Chiefs.
Disgraceful behaviour.
Any sort of idea when Daniels is back?
They're not going to release it until nearer the time, but
Or
it's an
Debo.
hamstring. Well, there's no news on any of these players.
It depends how bad the strain is. It could be a few days, could be a few weeks.
But even if he comes back, no Debo, no Terry, no defensive backs. Well, he's been out for about 4 weeks now.
No Debo, no Terry.
No DBs, no Debos.
Oh, life goes on. I'm going to have to go with the Texans, please. Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I didn't even recognise that song.
Oh, bloody.
Okay, I think we're about done. Edgy, have you got an interesting stat for us this week?
Edgy's interesting stat.
Andy Reid has never had a blowout win in the regular season in his career until the Vegas match.
Edgy's interesting stat.
Genuinely interesting.
Yeah. I thought so.
He's been coaching for 400 years.
472 regular season games, I think he's coached.
The Walrus.
Never had a shutout.
Okay, so we've had our most popular feature, which is obviously Lefty's report. We've had our second most popular feature, which is Edge's interesting stat. Leads us to our least popular feature, Dazzler's Fact Attack.
Dazzler's Fact Attack.
Yeah, the Fact Attack. Welcome to Dazzler's Fact Attack. You're welcome. Please join in. Pull up a chair. Make yourself a drink. This is the one. This is actually not a fact. It's a statement. This week.
As long as
7
it's
weeks
true,
in, Daz.
it's a
7
fact.
weeks in, and you've not got the hang of it yet.
It's still the same thing. So, did you know that the 2014?
Does this sound like a question now?
Here we go. Are you a listener or not? So this is it. This is my interesting fact. This interesting fact comes from 2014.
No, you get an interesting fact. You get a fact. It's not allowed to be interesting. Edges has to be interesting.
Okay, this is fact. Did you know? Did you know?
Yeah, still a question.
You can answer yes. It's up to you. So this is it. So statement. Did you know? And that's it, really.
Just say, I bet you didn't know, and then
Okay,
it's that
then.
question.
I bet you did know, actually.
Oh, just get rid of that bit and read the rest.
Okay, then. Okay, in the 2014 season, the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to start that again. In 2014, the Kansas City Chiefs were the only team in the 16-game season era to not have a single wide receiver catch a touchdown pass. Out of 16 games, They scored 18 passing touchdowns. They were thrown to tight ends or running backs, yet the team still finished the season with a 9-7 record.
You know what? I actually really like that. That is a good. I'd
Interesting.
say it is actually interesting, which
Yeah.
isn't part of your remit, but
You're welcome.
I
that's
mean,
no.
the remit is for it to be a lot fucking shorter, isn't it?
well, yeah. Just interestingly, who were the wide receivers back then?
I'm just going to go through something else. Through that season,
Oh god,
Jamal Charles, who were the running back, he snagged 5. Travis
he
Kelce,
didn't ask
5.
who the running back was. He asked who the wide receiver was.
Anthony Fasano got 5. So the wide receiver back then, it was led by Dwayne Bowe. Yeah.
Dwayne Bowe.
Hosted by Zippy and George.
So the leading receiver,
No.
the leading
Got
receiver
that.
was Dwayne Bowe. He had 754 yards, but obviously 0 touchdowns for that.
And more importantly, then, who was the QB?
Back then, the QB was Alex Smith.
No
Yeah.
idea. No
Alex
idea.
Smith didn't he smash his leg when he played for Washington. He had a document.
Oh, you showed me that. Yeah, a picture of that. Yes, I remember.
Yeah,
And
horrific.
it's like a bloody shark's taken apart.
Oh, awful.
There's a documentary about him,
Yeah, I think I watched
about his
it.
recovery. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad shit. That was.
The thing is, he could handle that, but I bet he couldn't handle fucking editing this.
Okay, so Edgy, to answer your question, was
Oh, he's
Dwayne
still
Bowe.
going.
Still
Fucking
going.
hell.
Dwayne Bowe had 60 receptions for 754
Welcome to the
yards.
Christmas special.
Albert Wilson, remember him? Albert Wilson.
Oh, Bertie. Yeah.
Yeah, he had 16 receptions. This is how
Oh, Bertie Wilson.
wide receivers. This had 60 for Dwayne Bowe, then it went down to 16 for Albert Wilson.
Over a
No wonder-
season.
Yeah,
No wonder he didn't pass to any of the fuckers.
they had Jason Avant, 16 for 150. Frankie Hammond, 14. Donny Avery, 14.
qbscpod@gmail.com